And what's up, guys? Today we are interviewing the fastest player in Super Tag. Like, say hi.
Maybe. Hi guys.
Alright, so there will be a few questions, and you might have to answer them, or if you don't want to, you can not answer them. Alright, so before we start, show them how fast you can run at 100%.
100?
Yep.
Yeah.
You ready? That's the speed. Alright, so there will be a few questions, and you don't have to answer them if you don't want to. Alright, so the first question is how did you learn that the run you're using right now can go super fast?
My friend one, but okay.
Oh.
So
We're doing an interview.
the way I learned my run is like, you see a lot of people like, they try to copy like off of
Yeah.
other famous people like Feathers, H4KPY, all of them.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed from all of that is they don't really get fast from copying other people's run. So
Yeah.
what I say to a lot of people that ask me that is like, do a run that you're comfortable. Just run a few tests, do some runs that you feel comfortable with, you feel good with, and yeah, that's kind of how I got my run.
Alright, so and the next question is like how did you know that every single run you do is uncomfortable, but that only one run is comfortable?
The way, like, I would, because I used to be like in the mindset of everybody else, like try to copy of
Yeah.
other players, and it just didn't feel right with me. Because like some of them moved their like wrist, and I didn't feel like comfortable moving my wrist or like swinging my arm around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I kind of just did a run that felt fine to me. I didn't feel weird at all, and then that's kind of how I just got my
And
run.
it was this run, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so another question is that in your video, you have like someone and showed that he said they're the number one and super tag player, and you humble them by going faster than them in monkey blocks, right?
Yes, but also not at the same time. So the video that I made, the guy was using. I can do a
Fly.
demonstration if you want me to. But yeah, he was using fly because you get the same speed on ground as you use fly. And in the comment section, I actually did say I was using fly in that video to show what he was using.
Mm. Alright, so another question is that how did you learn that people think that you're not legit, like you're using APKs? Do you just say you don't use APKs, or do you say, or do you like pretend and say you're using an APK?
Yeah, I get that a lot. So like the most I can try to do to prove I'm not cheating is like if I see like somebody that maybe knows me or they think I'm cheating for my run, I'll try to run every test they know. I'll do like every test they have.
Alright, another
Just to
question
prove I'm
that
not cheating.
that a few people who asked is how did you learn that run? Like from your old self, as you show, your run was slower, but how did you learn the run that you're doing right now?
Well, my old run was the same as my new run, like the one I use now. It was slower.
Yeah.
I was slower. Like it wasn't that long ago my old run.
Yeah.
It was slower, and I figured out that if I twist my wrist just a little bit more, it helps me with running.
Alright.
But yeah, other than that, I just had to get faster at moving my.
Alright, so there's also a question and that people say that how did you get your outfit? Like how did you get
My
your
outfit?
Yeah.
So, when I first discovered Undead's outfit,
Yep.
I really wanted to like be like him kinda.
Mhm.
So I like put on the cat ears and stuff, put on his color code. But
Mhm.
then like I also realized I don't want to copy his entire fit because then that's kind of just like impersonating a little bit, and I didn't
Mhm.
want to be like that.
Mhm.
So I had to like do my own cosmetics.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's kind of how I got mine.
Yeah. Alright, so another question that people ask is, what inspired you to play Super Tag?
What inspired me to play Super Tag? So
Yeah.
I'm actually super glad I discovered this game because I was just looking for fun games, like modded games, like Gorilla Tag.
Yeah.
And I came across this one video. It was like 5 reasons to get Super Tag, and I really liked it. So
Mhm.
I downloaded Super Tag. I played it for a while.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really love Super Tag now. I've been playing it for about maybe now. I've been playing it for maybe a year.
Mhm. Another question is, do you own any of the bundles in Super Tag, like the Fortnite emote bundle or any bundle?
I don't own any of the bundles. I didn't buy like any. I didn't buy the emote wheel bundle
Mhm.
because I just didn't want to spend money on this game for
Mhm.
something
Mhm.
that I could just like play through my microphone.
Mhm. Alright.
I don't really see the buying in it.
But what do you think about people that did spend their money on the emote wheel bundle?
I mean, I can care less. I can see why they wanted it because like they could play like Fortnite vibe in a lobby.
Mhm.
But yeah, I could care less if they bought it or
Mhm.
not.
Mhm. Alright. So another question is why hey, didn't you buy the Super Tag? No, like, hey, do you know any glitches with the any bundle, like Fortnite bundle or any bundle?
Well, the Fortnite wheel bundle and this glitch still exists, and they can't really stop it
Patch
because
it?
if they get rid of it, then they'd have to delete like the whole emote wheel button. Is
Mhm.
what they would do is like when you emote with the emote wheel, you're like stuck in place doing the emote. What
Uh-huh.
people would do is like get as high as they can up in the air and do the emote mid-air, so
Oh.
nobody can tag them.
Oh. Hmm. Alright, so another question is, do you know any escape routes to escape the map in the game?
As of right now, no, unless you do like join your friend in city if they're in like a public infection. But other than that, they
Mhm.
had barriers all over.
Yeah. Another thing that people ask is, did you ever join the Super Tag Discord?
But ever join the Super Tech Discord? No, I have not. I'm
Oh.
still going to. I just haven't had.
Alright. So another thing is, do you like when you create a new account and when you want to play Super Tag, you have to like wait a little bit before you can actually press the I read it all button.
What'd you say again?
I said, like, do you know when you create a account on Super Tag
Mhm.
and you and then when and it says I read it all on the like board, it doesn't let you actually press it until it thinks you actually read it all.
Well, I actually think that's very good that they did that because I know there's a lot of other games that have like I read it all, just like the rules. I think they really should add it into more games, like even games that aren't
Mhm.
Gorilla Tag based,
Mhm.
because I still see a lot of kids going into public lobbies